Hi everybody. In this talk I'll present lecture 3 of your English language course based on unit 3 of your textbook. My presentation will be into two main parts. In the first part I will explain the active past tenses. Then in the second part the passive past tenses will be demonstrated. So first of all, look at this diagram, which represents a timeline of 4 different time points from 8:30 to 10 o'clock. First, let's imagine that at 10 o'clock you reported what happened when Andelia arrived at work, at 9 o'clock of course. So you could say her secretary had opened the post, which had happened at 8:30, the first far past, while at 9 o'clock you could tell that her secretary was opening the post. However, at the near past 9:30 you can state that her secretary opened the post. So this was a brief description of the known active past tenses. Now, let's go through their forms and uses starting with past simple. The form of the past simple is the same for all persons, first, second, and third. Like, he left at 3 o'clock for positive sentence, while for negative sentence, she didn't finish on time yesterday, and for the question, when did he finish the report? As well as for short answer, did you enjoy the meal? Yes, we did. No, we didn't. As for the uses of the past simple, they are used to express, first, a finished action in the past, like we met in 2000. Second, actions that follow each other in a story. For instance, Mary walked into the room and stopped. She listened carefully. She heard a noise coming from behind the curtain. She threw the curtain open and then she saw. So this is what we called is chronological order. Third, a past situation or habit. Like when I was child, we lived in a small house by the sea. Every day I walked for miles on the beach with my dog. However, the expression used to is always employed in such uses. So we can say, we used to live in a small house. I used to walk for miles. With regard to the spelling of past simple, first, in most regular verbs, we can add ed to the base form of the verb, like walk, walked, want, wanted. Second, when the verb ends in e, we add only d, like liked, used, used. Third, if the verb has only one syllable with one vowel plus one consonant, double the consonant before adding ed, like stop, stopped, and so on. But we write cooked, seated, from cook, seat, and so on, because we have double vowel letter followed by consonant. Fourth, the consonant is not doubled if it is y or y, like play, played, show, showed. Fifth, in most two-syllable verbs, the end consonant is doubled if the stress is on the second syllable, like prefer, prefer, preferred, admit, admit, admitted. But we write entered and visited because the stress is on the first syllable. Enter, visit, and so on. Sixth, Verbs that end in consonant plus y, change y to I, e, then we can add ed. Like carry, carried, hurry, hurried, and so on. But we write enjoyed as it is, enjoy, enjoyed, because it ends in a vowel plus y. There are common time expressions are used with the past simple. For instance, last night, last week, last year, and so on. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 5 days ago, okay, yesterday morning, in a particular year in past, like in 2001, in different past season, like in summer, when I was young, and so on. We can add these expression to the past simple structure. I met her last night. Now, let me illustrate the past continuous forms, which consists of verb to be, was, were, plus the main verb plus ing. I was learning French. For the positive sentences, we weren't waiting for a long time for negative sentence. What were they doing for the question, and for a short answer, were you looking for me? Yes, I was. No, I wasn't. Regarding the past continuous uses, first, to express activities in progress before and probably after a particular time in the past. At 7 o'clock this morning, I was having my breakfast. Second, for description, Jane looked beautiful. Why? Because she was wearing a green cotton dress. Her eyes were shining in the light of the candles that were burning nearby. Third, to express an interrupted activity using when and while. So when the phone rang, I was having a shower. While we were playing tennis, it started to rain. So the past simple follow when, while is followed by past continuous. Fourth, to express an incomplete activity, I was reading a book during the flight, so I didn't finish reading it, right? I watched a film during the flight. Because it's past simple here, so I watched the whole film. Now, let's see if we can use either past simple or past continuous to express the same action. Yes, we can. As first, I didn't see you at the party. I can say, no, I stayed at home and watched the football. While for the same explanation, I can say, no, I was watching the football at home. So sometimes both tenses are possible, which means they are interchangeable in particular cases, while the past simple focuses on past actions as complete facts. The past continuous focuses on the duration of past activities. So I can compare between two different explanations for the same questioning. I didn't see you at the party last night. No, I stayed at home and watched the football. I didn't see you at the party last night. I can say, no, I wasn't. I was watching the football at home. Therefore, I used two past simple tenses in order to describe the same description using only one past continuous form. Second, the questions in the past simple and past continuous refer to different time periods. The past continuous asks about activities before the second. The question in the past simple and past continuous refer to different time periods. The past continuous asks about activities before. The past simple asks about what happened after. Like, what were you doing when the accident happened? I was shopping. So using the past continuous expression, it means the question was something happened before what happened later. While when I say, what did you do when you saw the accident? I phoned the police. As I have mentioned earlier, used to expresses a habit or state in the past that is now finished, such as I used to read comics when I was a kid, but not anymore, and so on. Now I'll talk about past perfect. While the word perfect means completed before, the past perfect refers to an action in the past that was completed before another action in the past. The form for all past perfect structures is the same for all persons, first, second, and third. So the subsidiary verb is always had, and in the question we use had with those question and with short answer as well, as you can see in the examples shown in this slide. Regarding the uses of past perfect, first, the past perfect is used to make clear that one action in the past happened before another action in the past. For example, when I got home, I found that someone had broken into my apartment and had stolen my DVD player. So, in the near past, I used the past simple expression when I got home, whereas in the far past I used the past perfect expression. Second, the past simple tells a story in chronological order. Sue met Pat at university. They were together for 6 years. They divorced last month. Therefore, when I use only past simple, I must put the tenses in chronological order, while the past perfect can be used to tell a story in a different order. Sue and Pat divorced last month. They had met at university and had been together for 6 years. Third, we can notice the difference between these tenses, the following tenses I mean. When I got the party, Peter went home. So first I arrived, then Peter left. But when I got to the party, Peter had gone home. First Peter left, then I arrived. So if I put the past actions in different order, I have to use past perfect. Fourth, the past perfect continuous refers to longer action or repeated activities. We were exhausted because we've been driving all day. The last subject I would explain in this presentation is the past tenses in the passive form. So we have three main forms. First, past simple passive, which consists of verb to be, was, were, plus past participle, like the museum was opened in 1987. Second, the past continuous passive, which consists of verb to be, was, were, being plus past participle. The vase was being restored. Third, past perfect passive. This consists of had been plus past participle. The house had been redecorated. Their uses are pretty the same in the passive as in the active. The bridge was built in 1876, so this is finished action in the past. Likewise, what mentioned in these examples. The bomb was being defused when it exploded, interrupted past activity. The letter didn't arrive because it had been sent to my old address. One action before another action in the past. Therefore, the uses are the same as I said in the active but with passive tense. Thank you for listening.